We are all for cash. Like banks have invested in the appropriate technology. Continuously, banks are investing heavily in digital platforms, and we encourage customers, household individuals, businesses to first use those options as their first point of call when dealing with their banks. And it is much, much better than the risk associated with carrying bulk cash and in doing business. And we entreat particularly our market business people. Sometimes when you visit some of these shops and you see point of sale terminals, and some of the terminals are just gathering dust, this is the time to get all of them on board. And that is the arena that as banks we are pushing.
John Ewa is the Chief Executive of the Ghana Association of Bankers. And that's all for Business on Newsnight. Back to you, Emefa and Evans.
Thank you very much, George there.
Well,
this evening there's a challenge to ECG and NEDCO. From the Ministry of Energy.
And then George will be interested in this because I know he loves his cars, because they are being asked to ensure the country's power supply is stabilized so that persons who wish to buy electric cars can do so without having second thoughts of how they will use it. And now George is planning to get one. Well, Dr. Matapoku Prepa today had the test drive of Ghana's first electric vehicle by Hyundai. Now, the vehicle, which can be charged at home and at charging ports at designated places, runs on 96 batteries, and when fully charged can take you to at least Techiman in the Bono region and back. The way you said, I think you want to get one.
I'm very interested.
Well, that's about 361 kilometers. So why should you get this vehicle, and how would you be saving the environment by purchasing one? I've been chatting with Hannah Odame, who was at the program, for more on this. I first asked her to describe the electric vehicle.
Hannah, so give us a description of how this car looks like.
Well, Evans, this particular one is called the Kona Hyundai electric car. In fact, it's not even a hybrid. It is purposely made to save the environment. This vehicle runs on 96 batteries. And Evans, let me tell you, there are 3 ways you can charge this vehicle. We have the mobile charge. Now, this takes up to 31 hours, and it will give you a capacity of 3.2 kilowatts per hour. The second way that you can charge this when you buy yours, Evans, is through a wall mount. You can charge it between 8 to 9 hours. You can also do the industrial charge, and that will take you just between 3 to 4 hours. And you do that at the airports, the hotels, the bus terminals. These are charging ports that will be made available. And also, you don't need to fully charge this vehicle before using it. Once it's 50% charged, you can drive.
I mean, we live in the country where there is constantly a challenge with supply of electricity. I'm talking about the dreaded doomsday. What did the minister say about that challenge?
Well, he did not offer any personal solutions. He threw that challenge to the ECG and NEDCO. So hear him out.
It also allows each ECG to be forward-thinking. So if you're an MD of ECG or MD of NEDCO, you have to start factoring that people might want more power for their vehicle to ensure that when the ordinary man buys this vehicle, he doesn't have to struggle to get a charging point.
So how much do I need to get this car?
Evans, you need 360,000 Ghana cedis, and I know you can afford that. So go get one and get one for your father this Father's Day.
And is it already on the market?
For now, no. The Energy Ministry is assessing the vehicle, and after a pass, we can go to the showroom and grab one. You are giving one to your father, and I am also giving one to... I'll tell you later.
I see.
You say you're getting one for your father.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, it's a charge, you know. The charge, you know.
Definitely charge it.
Where you go charge up?
And just before we go, about 4 people received abatement letters when public health officials of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly stormed the timber market within the Ododo constituency. This afternoon, they set in motion the second phase of the Joy News Clean Ghana campaign, which was suspended when the coronavirus pandemic hit. My colleague Manuel Kranting reports from the first day of the relaunched campaign.
The team took off from the old office of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, and then the first stop has been the timber market within the Amamumu electoral area, of course, of the Ododo constituency.
Sir Director, good morning.
Morning, sir.
You know why we are here. We are coming from AMA, Environmental Health and Sanitation. Our presence here is to help you
live in a safe and clean environment. So we've gotten here, we've seen that the whole drain is stuffed with plastic, and
this is not our problem. It came from the top when the rain falls. The assembly brought us a big container. It was full. Go and see, the rubbish is over there still.
We are putting them into the drain. They should be silted. We will arrange for a container to come and clear the way, clear what is left there, and then we'll see that the job is done to the
immediately.
Immediately. So.
Aduane nyina e de amam enwase na aduane aka no boys ne besi se aduane ne nyina ye besi zi aduane no ye ma won ton se aduane we emfa ma amamfo mo mu de wote ne etoso so ye be ma asamankrata na ye do bibia nim mo fa enam ne nyama bibia nim.
The officials from the Accra Metropolitan Assembly are now taking charge of the food which has been exposed to flies without covering. And there's been a directive for all food vendors to get tested for hepatitis B and other infections. Well, a request was made of her to produce her documents of having taken that particular health examination, which she has failed to show.
What we have done is the food she is selling to the people has been exposed to flies. You can see the environment in which she's selling the food. It is unhygienic. And you could see that the food was just exposed to dust and to flies. So we've taken the food. We asked her of her medical certificate. She has got no medical certificate. So we are taking action against her. And to be followed up with a court summons.
Listen, you need to pay attention to how clean your environment is, because the Joy Clean Ghana campaign is back, and they are coming to
an area near you.
An area near you very soon, because it's not a movie. Okay, that's it for Newsnight tonight. And the boys, the lads are, I don't know why in football they call them the lads, by the way, because these are grown men.
No. It's because you went to a UK school.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay,
like,
it's true.
If you are like, you went to Ajipa, you know Ajipako?
No.
You don't know Ajipako is.
What do they say at Ajipako? What do they say there?
It's okay. I'll be foul.
Well, Gary Al Smith and the team are taking over now.
So it's Italy and it's Switzerland. Thank you very much for the news. Time now for the sport. And not many teams in this tournament have been more impressive than Italy. The World concluded last Friday. In the opening game with Turkey, they were extremely impressive. And it was certainly not a one-off. We'll find out how well they do against Switzerland. They've not done too well. 2016